Hello and welcome back to Lorfen Gaming Plays Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm your host Lorfen. In this Pokemon Scarlet Violet video guide, I show everybody on how to defeat Elite for Poppy. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video guides like this. Do not forget notification bell, super update, and more. I'm going to go over a few things about this guide, what it's all about. First of all, this is a level 59 to 60 encounter. If you're 60, 61, you'll do great. Over 61, you'll annihilate this fight. Now, this is also Elite Four challenge. If you decide to leave the building, it resets again to the first battle. You have to rematch against Rika. Now, Poppy, she uses a, you guessed it, Steel-type Pokemon. So, if you decide to use Fairy, Ice, and Rock, you get your butt kicked. That Pokemon gets splat. Goes bye-bye. Now, if you're using Fighting, Fire, and Ground type, you'll wreck the battle. I'm going to go over Poppy's Pokemon, then my suggestions, and then afterwards the fight. So let's begin with Poppy's team. Upon starting the battle with Poppy, your Tera Orb will be healed. Your first opponent is Copperajah. This is a pure Steel type Pokemon. In other words, if you're using the following Pokemon type Fighting, Fire, and Ground, you'll destroy it. As I use my Fire starter, the battle went really quick. It will go quick with the 3 type of Pokemon I did announce. So I'm going to go over the second Pokemon on Poppy's list. Before I introduce this Pokemon, please note that Pokemon 2, 3, and 4 on my list might be different than yours. So I'm say this, just to make sure you know its strengths and weaknesses. This next one is Bronzong. This is a Steel and Psychic type Pokemon. Bad idea to bring fighting types because if you do, it'll get its butt kicked. Instead, of course, bring Fire and Ground types. The one I have is King Gambit. I use a nice move, and I wrecked it big time since it's a Psychic type also. So we're going to go over Pokemon number 3. Next up is Corviknight. This is a level 58 Steel and Flying type Pokemon. Now, Flying types, of course, are strong against Bug, Fighting, and Grass. Not a good idea to bring a pure fighting type, however, it's weak against electric, ice, and rock. I saw you use Pawmoot. You're asking, Fenton, why are you using Pawmoot? Well, Pawmoot is not only good as a fighting type, it's also great as an electric type mainly. That's its main focus. Just shock it, it should go down big time. Well, I should say Thunderbolt, but still use your favorite electric type move. Let's go ahead and go over the 4th Pokemon. Now, next up on the list is a level 58 Magnezone. This is a Steel and Electric type Pokemon. Since we're dealing with electric types, don't bring any flying and water types, instead a ground type. My ground/dragon type did the job. Yeah, Guard Shop really made quick work of this Pokemon. So let's go over the final Pokemon that Poppy sends out in Tera form, which is Steel this time. Last but not least is Tinkaton. Now, Poppy will always bring this Steel and Fairy type Pokemon to use Tera form. And yes, Tinkaton will be in his Steel form this time. Now, for those you want a review of Fairy types, they are strong against Fighting, Dark, and Dragon, weak against Poison and Steel. Now, I decided to use my best, of course, Pokemon out of the 3 and quickly wipe this battle out big time. Of course, I terraform my Pokemon too. So you want to definitely use Fire and Ground type, and you'll definitely seal the deal. That's about, of course, it for the Pokemon that Poppy sends out. I'm going to go ahead and then talk about my suggestion Pokemon that you should use for this fight. I'm going to go over the Pokemon now. Please note, if you have a Fire Starter like I have, this is a great Pokemon for this encounter. If you do not, Arcanine, the one way on the bottom that looks like a fluffy dog or so, yeah, that's a Pokemon you should definitely use. Now, anyways, I use Torch Song. That's, of course, the Fire type starter signature move when it gets to a final evolved form. Flamethrower is a good alternative too. You don't get the special attack boost. Overheat is great. That's the upside. Downside is, besides the low PP points, is the special attack goes down. And there's the Arcanine right there. That's another good fire type for those of you at home. Now, you have Charcadet, then you evolve it to a fire or whatever type you have from either Pokemon Violet or Pokemon Scarlet. That's another good alternative too. See, there's the Flamethrower I have. I did forget to mention Heat Wave is great also. So any of the Pokemon you're facing, Steel types, you feel like you want to use fire, go ahead and do so. Next up is Guard Shop. This is a Dragon and Ground type. I actually used that for one encounter to make it quick. It was the Magnezone encounter, which is Electric and Steel type. and ground type was like double damage there. Earthquake is great to use, and dig is nice to use. If you want to use dig just to troll, just hit the dig there. It goes underground. Pokemon throws whatever's out there, it'll miss you. Then you pop up and give it a nice uppercut. Now, Earthquake, I said before, I always say in my other guides, very OP. Use it. One shot deal. That's it. End of story. Oops, I forgot to, let me get out of there. Yeah, I'm going to put King Gambit there. I'm going to need it for the battle too, for the other certain type of Pokemon. Pawmoot, let's go ahead and go over that in a second, but King Gambit. Now, there's a certain counter which is a Psychic type. I use King Gambit for is mainly for its Dark type move. I have two Dark type moves, which is, I'll show you in a few seconds. Koto Cleave, that's great to use, and Night Slash. Night Slash is a high chance of getting a nice critical hit. So those two dark moves will take out the Steel/Psychic type. I'm mainly focusing on the Psychic type, which is a good idea to focus on anyways. Then the next one is Pawmoot. This one's nice. It's a Fighting Electric type. I'm going to be honest, I actually did use it for the Corviknight, and that was it. I didn't want to use it for example, Tinkaton, because she'll definitely counter the Fighting type. Now, I'm going to say is if you're going to use it for the battle, close combat, it's good for the fighting moves against one that's not, of course, strong against fighting type moves. That's core for core. Corviknight, Thunderbolt's great, same thing as Spark. That's it for my team suggestion. Let's get on with the battle. Upon defeating Poppy, you're halfway done with the Elite Four. Larry will appear, so you'll be ready to fight him and switch off of Pokemon that you need to use against him. So here's my final advice. Since you're facing mainly Steel-type Pokemon, great idea to definitely bring out Fighting, Fire, and Ground-type Pokemon. Now, if there's any Pokemon of those three that are weak against the other opponents you're facing, switch them off like I did. Keep you cool and you have this. Remember, this is a level 58 to 59 encounter. 59, 60 plus, you'll do definitely fine. This is it for my Pokemon Scarlet Violet How to Defeat Elite Four Poppy video guide. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night, and do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet guides just like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. Have a wonderful day or night and do enjoy the view.